Hi friends, namaste. I hope you're all doing well. Wanted to talk with you today because I've been preparing to start my yoga teacher training, and I have received all my textbooks, so I've started looking into them and reading them, and I've come across so many wonderful things. And today I came across an exercise that I actually ended up adapting because of our current circumstances in the world. I felt like it needed a little more. And actually, because of our circumstances, we are able to learn more from things because there are so many things challenging us that we're having to face. There's a lot more things to learn. And so, anyway, the exercise was to quickly jot down 5 things that, and I recommend if you want to do this, go ahead and pause as soon as I tell you what you should do. Go ahead and think about the world and jot down the first 5 words that come to your mind. And then look at these words and think about them. And think if those are the words that apply to you, and apply them to yourself, and think of them as the boxes that you're putting yourself in. And behind those boxes is the truth in how you're feeling. And so I did that, and when I read to apply this to yourself, I was like, oh my God, this is awful. And so my 5 words were scary, unidentified, cruel, and confusing. And whenever especially cruel, I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. But it's true. There are sides of us that come out at different times when we're trying to deal with a lot of things. And I've realized that, yeah, definitely, I've had my cruel moments lately. And it's completely unintentional. I'm trying to promote love, but there's so much going on around us that whenever we feel trapped or whatever, then fear becomes anger and becomes cruelty. A little dog excitement interruption there. Let me see if we can regather my thoughts here. So anyway, yes, going through and applying these words to myself, I realized, wow, that's, something to think about. And then I thought, well, when this exercise was written, the world wasn't quite in the chaos that it is, which, like I said, allows us opportunity for growth. But so I thought, okay, so this calls for applying gratitude first. And so I thought to myself, okay, and back to the world. And you have to really refocus yourself on world. And think of the world with gratitude and eyes of gratitude. And this time, write down your 5 words and see what you come up with. And so this time I had beautiful, free, kind, and flowing. And I applied those to myself. And then what I found most interesting is I did this exercise as open and honest as I could, trying not to remember the previous one or anything. And when I go back and compare, my first word was scary and beautiful. And then my first word was unidentified and free. And then cruel and kind, and confusing and flowing, which flow is like a magic word to me. I love the word to flow with myself and the universe, and just that way of thinking. But I loved how gratitude changed not only the outlook, but it was almost a direct parallel to the other words. And I thought that was something worth sharing, and I hope you enjoyed this exercise and got something from it. I know I sure did. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, my friends.